We're going to the island. The island, as you can't see it because there's land behind it, but the island is right there. Myself and Aisling are going out there.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see some.
So it's half tide, so when we might see a seal. That'll be good, wouldn't it?
Off she goes. Off she goes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was lovely. You can see right into the water. You coming over to say goodbye to them before they go?
See you, Pearl. Bye. Right, we'll see you shortly, Maria.
Have fun. Okay, see you in a little while.
You hear it? We're almost at the island. There it is, right there in front of us. Are you alright? Good girl. Nearly there now. So we're at the island, and now we just have to figure out how to get the kayaks up there and get onto the island. Well, we're here. The birds aren't happy that we're here. Right, so let's do this. So Aisling is just after spotting an oyster. Let me see. We'd have to get it off the rock though. Right at the end of my paddle there. There's an oyster stuck to the rock there. My God, imagine I had a pearl in it.
Can you pull it off with the paddle?
Well, I'd say you'd have to bash that off with a hammer. They really get stuck. Like you'd have to bash that off with a hammer. We could come back over. Yeah. Well, this is where we could probably get our oysters. What do you think? We could do a video for the YouTube channel. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. Wild oysters. That'd be flipping great. There's probably oysters all over this island then. Right. And try and get these kayaks up onto that rock there, will I? Right, here we go. So we're on the island and we have our kayaks up. The tide is still going down, so there's no fear of them getting washed away on us. Sure there's not. No. They're going to stay there. So there's Ireland. Woohoo! What? Ireland over there, and we're on a little island. We don't know what it's called, but I wouldn't say many people have come over here, and we've found an oyster stuck to the. Well, Aisling found an oyster stuck to the rocks when we beached up there. So what we're going to do.
Ew, what's that noise?
What we're going to do shortly is we're going to go back to the mainland, and we're going to get an axe. I don't have a hammer, but I bought an axe yesterday so we can light a fire. So we have an axe, and we're going to come back with that, and we're going to knock the oyster off the rock.
Yeah.
We're going to knock the oyster off the rock, and then we're going to cook it.
You're going to cook it.
I'm going to cook it and eat it.
I'm not eating that thing. I just found it.
And it's alive because it's well stuck, and it looks very fresh. We've never eaten an oyster before, but we might start.
And I'm never going to eat an oyster.
You're never going to eat an oyster? No. Would you not even try it? And look at all these other...
I might try it.
You might try it. Oh, Jesus Christ. So there's... Obviously, seaweed is edible. So there's like tons of seaweed here. I don't know what type of seaweed it is, but I probably wouldn't eat it. I'd rather go for some kelp, which is the really large stuff. We got some of that yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was nice. We dried out the kelp and we ate it just like crisps. It was kind of like salty, really salty crisps.
It's like salty paper.
Salty paper.
Nice.
I thought it was nice. So these are dog whelks. They're like winkles. Winkles are like kind of like a darker colour, and those bigger white-looking snails there are called dog whelks. And sorry, my camera's a bit overexposed there. And I know a lot of people in Ireland will actually pick these and they send them to France. They pick bag loads of them and send them over to France. And these are your winkles down here. So that's your winkle. Very similar again. Darker colour. A lot of work goes into cleaning those. You have to filter them in water, salty water, for like 12 to 24 hours. Then boil them and pick them out with a little skewer and have them with a bit of salt and vinegar. I've never tried them. And then there's what are these little things called again?
Which?
Those little guys again. What are they called again, Aisling?
I don't know.
I can't think of the name of these bloody things.
If you take them by surprise and kick them really hard, they come off.
You can knock them off, yeah.
I did that with my paddle a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Knocked a few off.
I can't think of the name of them, but they're disgusting. People eat those as well. Right, so let's check out the island, will we?
There's barnacles growing all over them.
Yeah, they're barnacles. They're on the humpback whales all over them. And they give us great grip though when we're climbing up here, don't they? Yeah. So we're happy with the barnacles.
Are we going
We're going to go over to the other side of the island. Right,
there?
So we're going to go up there and walk all the way around.
If we kind of, got up on these rocks over here, then climbed up onto there, we'd be able to walk over to the island.
That's what we're going to do.
So up here?
Yeah. Look at the lichen moss there. I love the colour. See when it's up above the tide line. And that those lovely little pink flowers grow. I don't know what they're called. They're gorgeous little flowers. There's a colony of seals that are docked over there. We might go over and have a look at those in a little while. I saw them there yesterday when I went out fishing. So they're in a nice little bay there. There's lots of shelter, and there was about 7 or 8 seals in there. But this is what I love. See these little flowers here, Aisling?
Okay.
Gorgeous little flowers. I always see these by the seaside, up on the rocks. There they are. There, those little pink flowers. They're gorgeous. In such a harsh environment, and all the little lichen mosses.
Okay, are you gonna get up?
Really, really nice. It's like a little Japanese garden. See, look at her. She's gone like 90. It's like the Aisling read a book called The Famous Five quite a while ago, and she said this reminds her of the book The Famous Five. There's rabbits here anyway on the island because there's rabbit poop there. So you can see that there's life on the island apart from us. Nettles. Right, so we'll go and see what's up here. Gorse bushes. And where is the house we were in? Oh yeah, we paddled from there. The little house that we're staying in. Don't go too far in case you fall into a hole. There's a what? Aisling said she found a little hut made out of rocks. So we'll go and have a look at that. What? Yeah, coming now. What a cool little adventure. Set of kayaks, really calm day. I was out in the kayak yesterday, but it was really, really windy. And it was very difficult to fish, and there were so many seals that I pulled in my lines because I was actually afraid I was going to catch a seal. Because they were obviously fishing, and there's not a lot of fish around at the minute because it's mid-April, so the fish haven't come in yet because the waters aren't warm enough really. So the seals would have been looking around for any kind of fish they could get. And I was just really worried that I was going to pull in a seal, so I literally stopped fishing. There's a few seals that keep following me. They just keep popping their head up behind me there. So there's 2 of them there. They're both following me. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous out here. It's really, really calm. Really hoping to catch something. Absolutely gorgeous here. There's a seal just there, poking his head up. There's another one that's kind of coming up behind me all the time. They're not really very large seals, but it's surprising when you get up close to them how big they actually are. Their heads are huge, probably twice the size of a man's head. But they don't look particularly big, these ones. There's another one over there sticking his head up as well. There are quite a few of them around here. Stop fishing. Oh my god, somebody must live here. There's a little hut on the island. Aisling, I think somebody lives here.
Look here.
Aisling, I think that's someone's house, sweetheart. We probably shouldn't be here. My Mammy's calling me, I'm going to answer the phone. Just give me a sec. Oh, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it, to have your own little island? You could probably get one at a decent price. So somebody actually lives here, like we just identified. So they have a little docking station here for the... Like, I mean, this is a tiny little island.
In a big mountain of grass.
Yeah. And then, so you walk up here, and then they've got a little house in the hill. And they have a table and chairs here made out of rock. It's flipping gorgeous here, isn't it? Right, we walk around the other side and see what we see.
Yeah.
Let's go see what we see. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Huh? Imagine owning your own little island and having an underground hut. And it has proper little windows in it. Water's really clear there, isn't it?
Is that all of it here? Oh look, there's a shed over there.
Huh? Oh yeah, they must have a shed over there for the sheep. Shed. There's absolutely no wind here. We're right...
Sure somebody lives here.
Well, they obviously come at certain times of the year.
Maybe they're not here now, maybe they only come during summer.
Well, you see, there's no boat there, so that tells me there's most likely no one here. Unless they walked across the water.
And there's no lights on in that hole.
No. No lights on. But I'm just going to go down to the water here and see is there any life in that pool. This is a super little adventure coming over here, wasn't it? Jeez, I have to be careful I don't fall into a hole myself. Can't see what I'm doing here. Just want to have a closer look in the water. Well, there's lots of shellfish in there, but none of the types of shellfish that we would want to eat. I think we will come back and get that oyster off the rock, won't we?
Yeah.
Huh? Will we continue on our little adventure, will we? Huh?
Yeah.
Now just be aware that that's someone's home, so we just have to keep our distance from there, okay?
Yeah.
Oh girl. So myself and Aisling are going to go back to the mainland and get the axe, come over, break off that oyster, try and find a few other oysters if we can. The bird's not happy with us here. Maybe it's that birdie's nest that we were just looking at. Giving out stink. Yeah. Another crab shell.
Claw.
Oh, claw.
Look, this one's blue.
Yeah, look at that bird is going backwards and forwards there, giving out stink. I wonder what type of bird that is.
This one has blue on it. It's nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. Right then. That bird is out there. Hey, come on, let's go. Ready? Right, so we're just heading back now. But I just want to show you. There's that edible kelp that we were talking about. Nice big strings of it. So we'll take a little bit back for the crack. Take a bit back for the crack. Right. And there's another type of seaweed there. I don't know what that one's called, but it looks pretty substantial, and the leaf parts on it are pretty nice. And there's another different type again. That red one. And the green one there on the end of it, I think that's called gutweed. That green one there, put it on the... Yeah, I think that green one is called gutweed. It's supposed to be very good for you. So there's actually 3 different types of seaweed there, all within like a foot or 2 of each other. Actually, there's another one again, another different type. So many seaweeds, and we really don't use them in Ireland at all. On the west coast of Ireland, there's companies over there that dry seaweed and put it into supplements, you know, tablet forms, to try and get us to eat them, when in reality we could just go to the bloody seaside and pick them ourselves. But I always just pick them from a nice clean beach. And we're in a good spot here, aren't we?
Now we're going back to get the axe.
We're going back to get the axe. Knock off the oyster. But God, we're going to eat like kings and queens tonight. Okay, let's go!
Don't bash into me.
Huh? Why did you stop singing? See ya. See ya. So we're back on the island. Back on the island trying to negotiate our way, aren't we? And we have our little bag of goodies, flask of tea, bit of cake, and an axe for knocking off the oysters. Where are you going? I'm going to lift you up onto the shore. Oh yeah, you're going the long way. Oh yeah, scenic route. You're going the scenic route. You're going on the scenic route. Oh, it looks like it. Alright. Stumbling across these rocks, I found a few more oysters here. So, that's a gigantic oyster right there, welded to that rock, so I just have to try and get it off that rock. And there's another one, and I think they're called Pacific oysters. Oh my god, there's another one. Wow, 3 of them. So they're introduced into our waters. I don't know when or why, but anyway, they're here. They're the longer ones than the native ones, are small little round ones. Those Pacific ones are longer, and like that one there, the one we came back to get. So God, we've got 4 here. Right, I'm going to help you get up there. Give me 1 second, okay? Let me see. Back yourself up there. I'm going to get you out there, and I'll lift you up onto that rock there on the left, right? So just back paddle. I'll get you there now. Right, so we remembered the name of these. They're limpets. Those little round guys are limpets. Isn't that right, Aisling?
Yeah.
So you sneak up on them and you knock them off the rock. Like that. They don't have a chance to grab down on the rock and suck themselves down. But people will cook these and eat these as well. Jesus. You know. Probably a delicacy in some countries, but I don't think limpets are a delicacy here, are they?
I never ate one.
Me neither. That doesn't mean they're not good though, sure doesn't.
No.
Right, so we're after discovering quite a few more oysters, big ones. So we're going to try and knock them off the rock now. Because we're on holidays, we don't really have many tools with us. So we're just going to do what we can with what we have, which is an axe. But I don't want the blunt and the sharp side, so we'll have to just knock them off. If you don't knock them off properly, we'll break the shell and we'll ruin the oyster themselves. So you don't want that to happen, but here they are. Well, there's 4 of them here. 3 here. And we'll just try and remove them from the rocks. Here now. We don't know how long these oysters could be here. They could be here like, God, they could be here 10 years or more.
Yeah.
That one there is gigantic. Actually, I think there's 2 there. Very, very impressive. If I had a tool to hit this with, like a screwdriver, that would have been great, but we don't. Can you see what I'm doing there? Yeah. Oh look, we got it.
I mean, it's hard to get it because it's so slippy.
Wow, look at that. Oh my God. So that's an oyster there. Oh my God, look at the mother of pearl colour. Oh, it's gorgeous. So it's so super flat there. Look. Super flat there. So where it's been wedged in this rock. all of its life. Oh my god, this is going to be a difficult one to open.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's the gap. Look, was that me from knocking it off?
I don't know.
It's open there anyway, so I think they die pretty quickly, so we'll have to be fast with this one. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Put that into a little
Shall I
forage.
pause this or will I
That's
record
okay.
all of this?
Hey, maybe just a few clips of us knocking them off. Look, we have this one on that rock, so that's a really lovely shape. You see the shape of that? A perfect looking oyster, isn't it? But look at it on that rock with all the limpets there attached to it, so welded onto that rock. So if I had a little chisel, I'd just knock underneath it, but if we just tap it here, oh my god, look, that came off really easy.
Yeah.
So the trick to opening them is obviously wedge something in here like a flathead screwdriver or a knife and open them.
I have a... Oh no, I forgot it.
Have you got something?
I had a pocket knife, but I forgot it.
Oh, slip, don't worry. Right, I'm going to try and get this one. I'm looking forward to having a cup of tea. Oh god, yes, I just tapped the oyster on the back.
Rubber thing.
At the front, sorry, me.
With the front? Or the back?
Oh, at the back, yeah, like that, yeah. Down low, kind of lower to the... There you go now. Oh, good girl, you have it. Well done.
Are we going to look for more?
Well, this seems to be a good place for them, doesn't it? But I don't want to kill a whole load of oysters and then, you know, not be able to cook them properly or not know what we're doing. So I want to make sure that we eat them. Yeah.
It's like a slug.
Yeah, limpets. You know what they're called now, don't we? Couldn't remember.
What are they called? Limpets?
Limpets. Jesus, I can't get over the size of that oyster there. That oyster is like just ginormous, isn't it? I think we should travel around the shore and have a look for a few more. What do you reckon, Ashley? Or will we just use those 4?
I don't know.
And just cook them really well and just hope we don't die?
Will they actually taste good, Dad?
Sweetie, they should if we cook them. I wouldn't eat them raw. So a lot of people eat oysters raw. If you're a person that eats oysters raw, let me know what it's like, because I'm not going to eat it raw. Because as far as I'm aware, like, these are clean waters here. And as far as I'm aware though, if you cook them, that will kill any bacteria that's within the oyster, because oysters are filter feeders and they filter the water. So any kind of bacteria that might be in the water, they're sucking that in and cleaning the seawater for all the other creatures in the sea. So if there's any badness in the water, they actually take that out of the water and store it inside their bodies. So a sign of oysters in water is actually a good thing. It means the water is clean. But you just want to make sure that if you're eating them in not a grade A water, and you're eating them from an area that's contaminated, you might just poison yourself or be really, really sick. So if you cook them, it seemingly kills all of that. But yeah, look, anyway, we're going to cook ours because I just would never eat one raw anyway. But if you eat them raw, let me know what they're like. Are they worth it? So yeah, we have a look around for the few. Mission complete. Oysters in the bag. Make our way back to mainland. So here we have another Pacific oyster.
We don't have to bathroom now. There's a wedding day. Wait, I already said that.
Just the oysters.
Wait till you see the one Mammy got there. Oh Jesus Christ. What? The butt wet gang?
Yes.
Not the wet butt gang, no.
Mammy's good. Mammy's after finding a few nice ones.
I don't mind looking for them. Looking for them is fun.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to eat them?
No.
Ah, Jesus. That's the best part. Well, finding them is great fun too. Oh my God, here's the big one. Girls, we're just at the lowest tide line now for the oysters, so they've been very limited time out of the water. And I've never eaten them before, but I'm assuming that's the most sensible time to get them. So we're getting them just at the low tide line. So literally all along the edge here. That's a good sized one. But that one you got now, geez, that's a monster. Be careful, that's some kind of
Creature?
jellyfish or something. No, I don't think it is. Right, great stuff, Maria. So these 4 we found on the island, and then all the others we found on the seashore. Right, so we've nothing fancy to open them up with, so we'll just crack them open using the axe. So if you're in a restaurant, you'd be getting it just sitting in the bottom. So we'll cut it off from the bottom then. Right, so that's what we're going to do for the next few minutes, is get these ready, and then we're going to light the fire. Then we're going to light the fire and cook a few and see what they're like. Will you do that, Aisling?
Yeah, we'll do this for the next.
You will try one for me though, because you love trying food.
Yeah, I'll try
Try one, won't you?
Yeah, tiny bit.
And that excites me.
Okay, will I
Right
turn
then.
it off?
Yeah. Nice and hard, a good big strike, all the way to the bottom. There you go, well done, Aisling. Oh, burn the hand off me. Right, we need a little bit of tinder, or kindling. Little light bits, yeah. Got the light bits. Throw the light bits on. Okay. Yeah. Super little fire. Right, so folks, so we had some of the oysters then. They were pretty good, but one of the dogs is actually after jumping up here and mauling the plate, so we won't be finishing them anyway. But I think the appearance of them when you cut them, you kind of look at what you're eating, it's probably more off-putting than anything. There were parts of them, the white meat was really nice, but the streaks running through them just kind of off-putting when you cut them. So I think all in all, I probably wouldn't be a big fan of the oyster. The only way I would try it again would be to prepare it differently. So actually remove some parts of the oyster that I just don't like the look of, and I'd give it a whirl that way. But there were parts of it that were pretty nice. The white meat, like I said, is really nice, but the browner bits are probably a little bit off-putting, and you know, the dog is after jumping up here and licking it, so dog likes the oysters. So I might try them again another time, but yeah, just try a different way of preparing them. So we can't really say. Sure we can't, huh?
And maybe next time not have the dogs.
The next time we won't have the dogs too close. So there you go, the oysters. Thanks for watching the video, folks, and if you liked that video, give it a thumbs up, give us a comment there as well, subscribe if you can, and yeah, sure, tune in again for our little shenanigans. Yeah, we're going to pick some seaweed. Yeah, and we'll cook some. Go on and grab some there. Put down your fishing rod. Yeah, so this is the sea beef that we're going on about all the time, because it's just so abundant on the seashore. It's absolutely everywhere. We're going to pick off some of this because it's so tender, and we'll steam that in a pot and enjoy that with maybe just a bit of salt and pepper. What do you think, Aisling? I think Aisling is a fisher woman. Today we're gone fishing, aren't we, Aisling?
Yeah.
Alright, Pearl. You gone fishing? We love fishing, don't we? We beet flowers.
So we eat that bit?
Yeah, pick all those leaves all around that. So see that whole part there? Let me just see. Okay, so yeah, so all this whole piece here.
Okay.
This whole piece here would be really tender.
Like this kind of piece?
Yeah, exactly. Very same piece. Yeah,
Maybe.
show me what you have. No, it has to be cooked. It doesn't really taste very nice when it's raw like this. Generally, this. Yeah, I like raw vegetables too, but
Better when they're raw.
these are better when they're steamed. Though, brings the flavour out. They're a little bit strong.
Can I eat it anyway?
It's almost like earwax. A little bit kind of earwaxy
Can
taste.
I eat it though?
Well, you could, like, I mean, but it's better to cook it, like.
Too late.
Too late. It's gone down the hatch, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Where's that seal gone? There's a seal out there that was saying hello to us earlier.
It doesn't taste anything like beetroot.
No, it's not like beetroot at all. Well, the beetroot that you know is probably the pickled one, yeah? Like the gherkins.
I hate beetroot.
Yeah, beetroot is lovely when it's not pickled. Lovely shredded up in a salad, it's gorgeous. We just tinker with things too much, isn't that right?
It's nice when it's raw.
Do you like it?
Yes.
I'm going to have one of those bits then. So right, okay, here. You see that there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. My god, that's nothing like the larger leaves. It's really nice. Raw. Sea beet, raw. You know, the older leaves, they're very tough and they can be a little bit, like I said, like earwax. But these young ones are really, really nice raw. I wouldn't have thought they were so nice raw. But they're actually really nice. Yeah, do you like those actually?
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Yeah, so we're going to pick more of those. So here's another one. So this whole part here, there's another one. That's what we're going to gather up piles of this. We do that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Then we go fishing?
Yeah, I'm so happy to do that. There you go. Give me
Well
this.
done.
Thanks, Daddy.
Go with it for a long time tomorrow. Tea cakes on the way, huh?
Yeah.
Which ones are your favourite, the pink or the white? Or are they both the same?
Yeah,
Pink and white ones?
Neve likes the pink ones better because they're pink.
Yeah. Do they taste a bit more like strawberry or something, do you think? Or oh jeez, that one's on fire.
Yeah.
We did this a lot in summertime, didn't we?
Yeah.
Jesus, we were nearly as fat as fools, weren't we? Wait till I blow that a little bit again to kind of get the flame up there. Jesus.
You sound like such an idiot.
That is burning like crazy. So the paddle feels even in your hands. You get me? It's really great. How do you enjoy your first time on the kayak, Neve? Now come on. How did you enjoy your first time? I'll tell you one thing. It looked like you've been on it lots of times before. What did you think, Aisling? Ah! The kayak! Straight into the wall! Jesus Christ! You go sideways inside. You go running straight in with the front of it, you flipping banana.
Actually, I want to walk in the water.
Have fun? Yeah?
Can I walk in the water?
Of course you can, of course you can.
Like the squished marshmallow and dry chocolate on the top. Can we go back? I'll go back now. Daddy!
Oh, Mommy said the seals are locked there.